Hello everyone, the Kentucky Patriot here. We're back out on the range today to once again test out these Winchester Silvertip 115 grain 9mm jacketed hollow points. The reason I wanted to retest these rounds is because the last time I tested these rounds I was very impressed with the performance, but me being old and forgetful, I forgot to bring denim. Well, this time we're going to do basically the same thing we did last time with the meat target, the water jugs and everything, but I'm going to have 2 layers of denim on the front and a layer of t-shirt. I'm just throwing that in there because I just think it'd be cool. I really want to test this rounds against material because if you watched my last video, they performed great. The hydrostatic shock was great. It dumped all its energy into the intended target with little to no over penetration, but I want to test them again to see, how material, denim, t-shirt, etc. will affect maybe the hollow point, the expansion, if at all. So anyway, we're going to set everything up again. It's a cold, windy day, so excuse the noise, any background noise you hear. It's very cold, it's very windy, but we're braving the elements, so I ask you to do us a huge favor, subscribe, help support our efforts. But we're going to begin out of the 9mm Smith & Wesson Shield short barrel to see how these will hold up. And I'm even thinking about maybe throwing these into my EDC. Of course, if you watch this channel, normally I carry my EDC of 40, but there are times I do carry a 9, and they've impressed me so much I may throw some of these in there with my carry. But let's see how they stack up with denim first. In case you've not seen this setup or watched this channel before, we have a meat target, and I love gel. We've tested gel and water jugs and different things over the years, but I really like the meat target. We do a lot of testing with the meat target. It's similar to what Paul Harrell does. It's we got some denim, like I said, 2 layers on the front, t-shirt, then we have ribs, but instead of the fruit we have a water jug, then ribs on the back, 2 more layers of denim and a t-shirt, and then we got the bullet stop back here to hopefully see the expansion of the bullet. Hopefully we catch it and we can see how the bullet performed. Now, I may be a little farther back than people might say that would be for everyday carry or personal defense, because a lot of times they say, well, it's up close and personal, but I want to back up a little bit. The summertime, if I'm just shooting water and you get sprayed, it's no big deal, but I really don't want meat juice all over me today. So this really hit hard. Last time the lid flew off and landed on Dad's little barn here. So anyway, we're going to test it, see how she does, and see if the denim affects the bullet performance at all. So here we are, the meat target, the fleece bullet stop. Let's see how she does. Looks like it hit really hard again. I know some of you are going to say that I talk too much, but here's the thing: if I don't explain it in the video, especially the first time viewers or somebody maybe here for the first time, I get comments and I'm typing over and over, so I try to explain everything as we go. So anyway, it hit really hard, as you can see. Here's what I was really wanting to look at is the denim. Of course, we just see a hole in and a hole out. That's kind of what we want to see. It didn't expand too early. Okay, if she wants to bring this in, we see the t-shirt and the rib on the entry point. It did not hit a rib. It may have nicked this rib right here. There's a rib. I don't know if you can see this right here. It nicked it. It did hit a rib. I'll take that back. It did hit a rib. Didn't feel like it, but there's the rib bone. You can see, and I'm so glad because last time, I think we shot a couple times, it did not hit a rib. So it did hit that portion of the rib. So the half the bullet hit the rib. Set this aside here. T-shirt's a mess. Here is, okay, it has expanded, pulled some t-shirt through here, and as you can see, it's a lot bigger in the denim there. I hope I'm angling this right. It's hard with the sun and getting all the angles that I would like to get. And I do not see where we got any penetration in the bag. I see a piece of the fragmented bullet here. There's definitely some fragmentation. I see the silver, but I am not seeing. The bullet looks like it hit the rib. Well, I can tell it hit the rib right here, but it did not penetrate the rib in the back. Let us search for the bullet here. Maybe it fell off the table. Let us search for the bullet, and we'll see if we can't find it. But it looks like it hit it, and there's a bone right there. It hit dead center of that bone and did not penetrate. So hopefully it's around here close. We'll try to go through here and find it. I'd like to find it for you on camera so you know there's no trickery or no. I hope you know me by now and know that we would never do that. We're an independent tester. I don't get paid. They did not send me this ammo. I bought it with my own money to test, so I try to be as honest as I can be, but I cannot find it. So let us look off camera, and if I find it, we'll let you know. Well, upon further investigation, the only thing I can figure is this isn't from that. I don't know what this is, so it must have maybe hit the side of it. I couldn't find where it went through this meat, which was crazy, because when we looked at the t-shirt, we had a hole here and a hole here. So this t-shirt was draped around, so it had to come through the t-shirt because we have a hole in the front and a hole in the back. It just must have missed the rib somehow, some way, and I don't see a hole in it at all. But we come over here to the fleece and pushed right here, and I can feel the round in the fleece. So I'm going to see if I can't push this thing out. That looks like a black talon there. See that talon stuck out there? It's loose. It's not on there real good. I was able to pull it off. Very good expansion. We're going to set this up and certainly try it again, but very good expansion. And sometimes denim material can affect the performance of a bullet, and I know everybody likes something different out of their EDC. Me personally, I would rather have a round dump its energy into the intended target without much over penetration. This was stopped right here in the fleece without over penetration. I know some people, the FBI protocol, they like a lot of penetration, but to me, as long as you're getting to the vitals and you're going, through somebody, that's all the penetration you need. Anything over that to me is a liability. When you have these extreme, I'm not gonna mention any names, but that have penetration that's ridiculous, to me, you're setting yourself up for possible liability issues, because even if you make a good shot on the target, you're still responsible for that round. So even if you make a good shot and it goes beyond the target and hurts somebody else, you're still responsible for that. So you got to know your target and what's behind it. So I like these that dump the energy into the target without a whole lot of over penetration. Now this is for EDC. If you're at your house and you're using something for home defense and you live out in the country and you're miles away from your neighbors, then use whatever you want to. And again, do whatever you're comfortable with. But me personally, the way this hit that target, the velocity and the hydrostatic shock that it gives coming through, expanding like that, it's really great. I'm going to set this up again. I'm going to put these ribs in here again. Hopefully I get a better shot front and back on the ribs, but it did hit bone this time. It did have denim and still performed very well. So I'm really impressed with these rounds. I really like them. Like I said, not a paid advertisement. I'm just an independent channel, just out here, doing this for my own learning and enjoyment, and just to bring you some information. And there she is. And again, I apologize for the wind noise. I know it's super windy today. The barn doors are creaking. It's really gusty, windy day out here. I know this isn't the end-all be-all test. I understand that us doing a couple rounds at a meat target isn't the end-all be-all, but I think it does give a good representation of what a round is or is not capable of. But whatever round you choose, you need to make sure that it cycles well in your firearm and you understand what the round is or isn't capable of. You don't want to depend on something or hope something will do something, perform a certain way, and then be in a life or death situation to find out it doesn't. So make sure whatever round you choose, you test in your firearm. Make sure you can shoot it well. You can put shots on target. Make sure that your gun cycles it. Make sure you're familiar with it, and because this isn't one of those things that all rounds are the same or whatever will be fine. I'll just pull my gun, the bad guys will flee. That's not necessarily going to be the case. You may find yourself in a terrible situation, active shooter situation, where you need to protect yourself, your loved ones, innocent bystanders. So the choices you make today may be very important later on down the line. So anyway, let's see how it does. I'm gonna try it again. Hopefully we'll hit ribs in the front and back. I know somebody's gonna say I should have used a different target. I'm too far, I'm too close, whatever the case may be. Like I said, not the end all be all, but this gives us a pretty good idea, and let's see what happens here. Devastation in the water jug. Turn this off, flip this over. Okay, looks like the t-shirt. Is this the same t-shirt we used? Okay, I don't know how there's two holes. This is not the same t-shirt we used. It doesn't make sense. Unless it was folded a little bit. I guess maybe it was folded. I didn't think this was the same t-shirt, so I guess it was. I guess it was folded just a little bit. So 2 layers of t-shirt really ain't gonna matter, which actually may work out fine, because in the real world, you may be on the tip of Florida and somebody may not have a shirt on at all. Or you may be up north in the winter and people have more material, more clothes on. So we never know what we're gonna be faced with, but had no problem with that. So 1 little extra layer of t-shirt isn't gonna matter. I didn't think we used the same piece, but then I wasn't sure. And somehow we missed this again. I don't know how that happened. I don't know how that happened. Here's the round itself here. The round done its job there. Went right through this portion of the meat target, no problem. So we see that hole there. I may set this up again, try 1 more round, because it looks like somehow we missed this. I don't know how that was possible, but somehow we did, unless there's a little hole in the meat somewhere that I'm not seeing, because this one's hard to see till you lift it up like this. But I don't see anything. The round, again, performed great. Made it through here. Barely made it through that denim, barely made it through that with no penetration. I actually make it through. I think it's more or less poked a hole. But anyway, let's try 3rd time's a charm. I was only going to do it twice today, but let's set this up 1 more time because I'd really like to make it through. Just remember, there's a hole here, no rib, just a hole in the meat. So may go for a moving target. That's another video for another day. But anyway, hole right here. I'm gonna set this exactly up the same way again, and let's try it 1 more time and see if I can't get one in the front and back. Apologize. And I try to be as honest with you as I can be. That's why if a gun jams during our video, if I misspeak, if I don't put it around, or it doesn't hit where I want it to, or it doesn't, I'll leave all that in there, because I don't want people to think I edit and I do this over and over to get the results that I want. I really try to bring as honest information to you as I can, because I went back and watched videos and said, I can't believe I said that, or I pronounced that word wrong, or anything that happens, you see it, because that's why I don't edit videos, because I want it as real as I possibly can. And don't get me wrong, we piece it together, but I don't like to cut stuff out or add stuff in later. I try my best to be as honest and real, because when you watch my videos, I really am trying to help you, and I want to be a friend, because I don't want to bring results that could cause you to make a decision that could, alter, you being able to protect yourself, okay? So anyway, we're going to try it again. Hopefully the 3rd time's a charm, and I'm so sorry for the wind. We have to do it on a day between work, church, kids, all their sporting events, the weather here in Kentucky. So it is what it is. So again, I apologize for all the wind noise. Here we go. Try to shoot just a little higher this time. Hopefully we got better results. It looks like it. See, I'm hitting this dead center. So I'm hoping that we got some good rib results. If not, I'm sorry. It's kind of like in basketball. Some days you can seem like hit them, and some days you can't. So, okay, we got a dead center shot this time. Hope you can see that. No rib. Here's a rib and here's a rib. It literally split the ribs, so no rib shot there. 1 layer of t-shirt this time. clean pass through. The denim, I'm sure, had no problem because it got to the water jug without any problem. You saw the water jug, it was devastated. Ah, look at here, look at here. How awesome is that? Didn't even make it to the fleece. Isn't that awesome? Did you notice that kind of energy? How, I don't know how many videos you've ever watched people shoot 9mm, mine or anybody else's, how when you shoot 9mm, I've even had videos before where I put 2 rounds in the same target. I gotta shoot quick because a lot of times the water leaks out pretty quick. But I put 2 rounds in the same target. There is no putting 2 rounds in a target with these Winchester Silvertip because it destroys the water jug. That hydrostatic shock is what I really like, and getting that out of a 9mm round with that kind of expansion. I'm not trying to persuade you. I don't tell you to carry or not carry any round. I just encourage you to know what the round is capable of, what its potential is. And again, I know some people like more penetration, but for an EDC round, getting through both ribs and getting stuck in the denim in the back, I think is just fantastic. Those RIP rounds, the home defense 12 gauge rounds were the same way. They would devastate the round, but they would stop in either the denim or the cloth or the ribs in the back. And to me, that's what you want, especially in an EDC round. Oh yeah, hit this rib, destroyed this rib. I don't know if you can see that rib fragmentation. It's sharp, I don't want to cut myself. See there's the bone sticking. It just destroyed this rib. So when you have this kind of devastation on ribs, no problem with the denim. I didn't think the denim would, or t-shirt would affect the round too much, but I certainly wanted to do this test again to make sure. But I mean, this expansion is great. The initial, you know, that's the problem with handguns, and we can't help it. We can't carry your rifle or a shotgun for EDC, is the lack of you know, knockdown power, they call it, or stopping power. But when you have that kind of hydrostatic shock, and to me that's enough penetration, hitting ribs, shattering ribs, I am very seriously thinking about rethinking my EDC with a 9mm. Because I do carry 9mm every now and then when I'm out hiking, when I'm out fishing, or if a barn door attacks me. You never know what you're going to face. So anyway, very capable round. Very happy with this round. Do me a favor, if there's some kind of round you'd like to see me test, I'd be happy to do so. I know a lot of you have said you go to a range that's a private, you know, or a club or some kind of range where you can't test meat targets, you can't test your rounds. You can make sure they cycle, but you're not able to, you know, shoot different targets. Well, we'll happy to help in any way we can. We appreciate all you guys. Thankful for all the friends we've met in this channel. Just like, share, comment, subscribe. It means so much to us. Check us out on Facebook and Instagram. We wish you and yours the very best on this cold Kentucky winter day. God bless you. The Kentucky Patriot signing off.